You see, when I was growing up, right, things were different from today. Like if you don't go to school, when I was in primary school, I can remember very well that if you don't go to school, the teachers will follow you home and they will pick you in front of your parents and they will deal with you and take you back to school. Today it doesn't happen because the government is not treating the teachers well. They are not being well paid. Because of teachers, we have good doctors. Because of teachers, we have good engineers. Because of teachers, you are a politician today. And you neglected them. You ignore where you grow up from. Anybody that forget their past is not a human being. Being a human being is being able to have that compassion, that feeling, kindness, to treat others the way you want yourself to be treated. You see, in 120 years from now, from today, anybody that is alive, even though the baby in the stomach that they will give birth to maybe today or tomorrow, will not be alive anymore. Why are we killing ourselves? Why are we being greedy? Why are we being stingy? So many people have enough to eat and they are still looting the country coffers. What are we doing? It doesn't make sense that Nigeria today is in debt of over how many trillion, and our president is still collecting loan over 1.7 trillion recently, being approved right now. What are we going to use the money for? What happened to this country that then we were able to build refineries? What happened today? We cannot even keep them running. Okay, someone has been able to establish business, even though we know that it's being supported very highly by government. But let it function fine. Let us buy fuel in a reasonable amount. What is the difference from importing fuel to this country if we are buying fuel over 1,000 naira? They are not being sincere, being realistic. The fact is that if this government doesn't invest in agriculture, we are going to suffer more. And every youth should be wise these days. Let us learn from this experience that we had. We are still having. Our naira is useless. We have resources, but we don't know where they are flowing to. Our politicians are liars. EFCC is not functioning. And they keep arresting boys because maybe they are finding their way out of the situation they put them. You put us in this situation, sir. If you find any child trying to find his way out in this country, Nigeria, it's because you put them in that situation. You refuse to educate them. And even though when they find their way to be educated, you refuse to give them a job. So what do you want them to do? They have to survive. Let us invest in agriculture first. Invest in agriculture heavily. Heavily. I mean, let fertilizer maybe be cheaper than anything you can find, than even pure water even. Pure water now is even 50 naira. Pure water, 5 naira. 5 naira pure water, 50 naira this day. What is wrong with us? What don't we have? Why are we suffering? Why are you stressing us? Most of our good brains ran away from this country because you put them in that situation. You frustrate them. How can somebody go to school, spend so many years in school? After graduation, you can't even access a job. We're able to build things, what we build from cocoa and other stuff. We abandon all this stuff because we find oil. What if the oil dried up today? What are we going to face? We find gold in Zamfara. Nobody knows where the money is going. And when we cry, you start sharing rice. Government on rice. T-pain. We are in pain, sir. We are in really pain. Everybody is hungry. And we are angry. I remember you went for protest. I was in Lagos during Jonathan time, and I came out for it. What is wrong today? That if you go out for protest, you keep arresting people. You put them in that situation, sir. If you say maybe it's the government of the past, it's a lie. Government is a continuous process. Since you are there, you are the one doing it. Whatever we are feeling today is your responsibility. You caused it. You came to power without proper articulated plan. You set the country ablaze. Fuel subsidies gone without thinking of the repercussion. Now we are deeply in a tunnel that we don't even think of seeing light yet. You float the naira. Food now is not accessible. People cannot buy food. Common garri is expensive in Nigeria. And you call yourself a leader, an accountant. And you cannot give account of any record that you are doing. Your policies are choking us. We are dying. And you are going to borrow money. It will go inside the tunnel again, and the light will not be shown.